Hi there, Michael Manbluff here, drafting M15, and we're ready. Um, sure, I'll take Avacyn. But, the thing to note, this pack is kind of weird. All these white cards, decent green cards, and then, well, Divination's good. Meh, black cards, no red, and the Sunblade Elf, Shaman, Invasive Species are all quite good. But, the cluster over here, these are all sweet. Um, Even though Sunblade is the double colored card, I really like this guy. I like the green white deck, it's super awesome. I would pick it up here. Johnny's Pride Mate, pardon me. I apologize for that, and I apologize for the kind of obnoxious clearing of my throat there. But Avacyn is really quite good. White is incredibly strong, and Avacyn does really good things. And despite the hard to cast cost, I still think that it's more than fine taking it. She will go the distance, and Magic is deciding to freeze on me. Alright. Well, there's a Soul of Innistrad. It looks like they took a common over it, which is interesting. So I can take the Soul. It's 6/6. No. Keep the current card scheme. Don't show this message again. Sorry. Once again, more strong white cards. I really like the Geist. It's pretty good. I'm probably going to be in white, so if I can pick up these cards, I'd like to keep them. Inferno Fist is stronger than the Geist, though, and I don't mind moving into a second color here. The Soul of Innistrad's good. It is. I mean, sure, it's a 6/6 for 6 with Death Touch. That's fine, and you can do the ability if you need to. I'm actually quite tempted. I'm not even talking about the Borderline Marauder is good. Oreskos. I'm tempted to take the Inferno Fist because it is so much stronger. But I will just stay on the white plan and see if I can, end up getting there. Speaking of staying on the white plan, geez, there's Kinsbale Skirmisher, but that was. I started off the sentence with speaking of staying on the white plan, looking at both an Elvish Mystic and a Frostlynx. Flesh of Dust is sure, but the person to my left who picked up the soul can also have the Flesh of Dust. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not particularly excited. But the choices normally it would probably be the Kinsbale Skirmisher given the start right here, but given that I have Elvish Mystic and Frostlynx to choose from, I'm somewhat torn. I like the blue-white kind of aggressive-y, tempo-oriented type deck, but green-white is just so much better. So that's my temptation to take the Elvish Mystic, but I'm not entirely sure. It's just in a vacuum which one's stronger. Given that I saw those couple green cards, I'm gonna take the Elvish Mystic. That's a weird choice. I realize that, but I'm not disappointed with taking that card here. Other choices, I guess if I was in blue, I could have had Turn to Frog, which is underwhelming, but a card I could have had. Coral Barrier wouldn't have fit in that deck in the same way that Frostlings would in the deck that it would have looked like it would have been. Void Snare would have been fine and would have been the card I picked up had I picked the blue card, but Shaman of Spring is also fine enough, and I guess I got rewarded because I ended up getting a second Elvish Mystic. Um, Whew, good thing. Definitely take the second Elvish Mystic here. That leads me to believe that coming from my right, green is going to be open, so pack 3 is going to be super sweet. I haven't seen many other white cards, but I guess there was the Kinsbale Skirmisher, but Elvish Mystic's definitely stronger. Uh, I'd take the Willforged Golem, Gargoyle Sentinel's fine, Pillar of Light's a fine, no sideboard card, but Elvish Mystic is by far better. And now the choices are between none of the off-color cards. Void Snare is not worth ditching either my white or my green at this point. Black, I'm not going to be getting any black in the second pack, so. And Bloodhost isn't even all too great for that. Necromancer Assistant, same kind of boat. Green for the Plummet, if I think I'll end up needing it, or the Heliod's Pilgrim. I'm tempted to take the creature just because it's a creature and I really like the Heliod's Pilgrim. I could see wanting the Plummet a little bit more, especially since green seems to be a little bit more open. But, and, okay, well, I do end up getting a Plummet anyway, so that makes me happy. Of note, no other white cards halfway through the pack. So that's somewhat unfortunate. I guess the person to my right that passed the soul kind of in the same mindset that I was in was like, well, guess I'm not going to be in black. But that's okay with me. Noting I didn't see any other red cards either, and then I guess there was green. Wow, that's actually kind of ridiculous. So the person to my right is in white, definitely, because I haven't seen any really good white cards. The Kinsbale Skirmishers are okay, but passable. But jeez, so this person, oh no, this person opened this, and this went all the way around. Um, I think I will just take a Frostlinks here because I guess there's the potential for me to be in green blue, which is underwhelming. Now the question is Evolving Wilds or a Void Snare. There were more than a couple Void Snares that are coming around. I feel like I'm more likely to get a Void Snare than I am to get an Evolving Wilds. So that went into my decision making process. Carnivorous Beast because hey, I might end up needing one of those. I'm definitely not red or black, so I guess there's a chance that I play the negate. This is um I don't care about any of those cards. All right, so definitely the Rot Feaster Maggot from the opponent, who's probably most assuredly black. Oh well, Vineweft can be found by the Heliod's Pilgrim. So I'll be getting white. I'll get white in this pack, and I'll get a bunch of green in the third pack. There's also pretty good in pack 3. But blue green just seems so Oh, and then there's Cone of Flame. I guess that Inferno Fist, taking the Inferno Fist over the Geist would have set me up slightly better, but I didn't really see many red cards. There's no really good blue or green cards, so I'm more than fine taking Cone of Flame here, even though I don't really have any other red cards, and then maybe I'm red-green, but Cone of Flame is I feel, worth the pickup. And even if it ends up not being as supported as I would be, I wasn't really missing out on anything else in the kind of colors, I guess, that I am. I could have had a favor, maybe in white. Battlefield Forge is pretty good. I know that I'm definitely green. I know that I'm definitely green. I picked up those blue cards because, well, I'm possibly blue. So if I wanted to stay white, I could take Sanctified Charge, which is quite good. But yeah, I'm not passing up double Elvish Mystic. Now the question is, do I think I will be getting more? Is it going to work out better to stay on this kind of white plan, or to just ditch it and go, say, green-red, where I'm somewhat lacking? Hmm. Oh dear, I missed my pick. Alright, well, I got an impressive race. No problem. That's what I... not paying attention. Green-red it is. Curd Chieftain. Alright, well, I would have had the 2-drop red guy, but... because that's actually the card I was going to pick, the, not the Paragon, the Borderland Marauder, I think it is. But definitely Curd Chieftain, I believe, solidifies me. And green-red is a fine place to be. Siege Worm's quite good. I'll take a Siege Worm. I don't have the cheap things yet, but I think I'll be able to fill out the cheap things. Plus, 2 Elvish Mystics seems pretty decent. Torch Fiend would be fine, but Siege Worm's definitely better. I'll take Bloodseeker. Card's pretty good. I mean, it's not, but it's a 2 drop. Alternatively, I could have a decent 3 drop. I don't know. I'm slightly torn. Uh, Better 3 drop or just a 2 drop. I think actually Goblin Rough Rider is just better in general, so I'm gonna take it here. Uh, wow, I would have seen no white cards whatsoever. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even really pass that much white. Well, no, I did. Now that I think about it, I passed the Oresco Swiftclaw. The Pride Mate was in the same pack. Passed the Skirmishers. Okay, I guess I can see it. Charging Rhino is better than a Foundry Street Denizen, even though neither of them are particularly good. I don't think I want the second Siege Worm quite yet. I think here I take the Bronze Sable because I do need these kind of cards, and cool, I got a Tortiend, which, not the greatest, but serviceable. I don't want Lava Axe. Thundering Giants, I'm slightly disappointed because, yeah, this was the pack that I would have had. Um, Whatever that card is. Borderland Minotaur Marauder. But another Goblin Rough Rider is fine. I could see myself actually taking the Paragon, but I have a feeling I'm going to be slightly more base green. So the Goblin Rough Rider is going to be better in that instance. And I got a Rummaging Goblin, which is also pretty good. Gladly take another Shaman of Spring. Uh, I think the most I've played before is 3. Oh, Naturalize seems good. Solid pickup. I will have some problems with flyers so far, so I guess Vineweft can hang out in the board. Carnivorous Moss Beast, no thank you. Alright, well, this is shaping up in some ways. I am going to need 8 cards. 8 cards out of this next pack. That's assuming I decide to play Plummet. And that's already factoring in that the Evolving Wilds is a land. So, 8 cards. Okay, it's doable. It's doable. I already have 3 goblins. I'll take a Goblin Rabble Master. I won't turn it down. Um, any number of lightning strikes, I guess. So, lesson learned. It pays to pick the stronger card. This could have been an Inferno Fist, and it also pays to pay attention in that. Generator Servant, probably. I don't have just enough base green creatures to make the Paragon the Nutter Butters, but I'd take a bunch of these cards. But back to my little story really quick. I'm actually going to highlight this first. It pays to pay attention to the time, because, instead of, you could end up with a sweet 2-drop rather than just an oppressive race that you're not going to play. So, cards. Generator Servant, Bear, Paragon, Krenko. Not Krenko, Krenko's Enforcer. Goes with the Goblin theme for the Rabble Master that I hopefully inevitably get. Runeclaw Bear, just solid in general, and I'm playing green. The Paragon is fine. I do have some pretty nice green dudes, plus combining with the Siege Worm is awesome. But Generator Servant serves me probably the best at getting to Siege Worm, which is where I'm most likely going to have to be. And who knows, hopefully I end up getting a Paragon to come back around. None of these cards are great for me, necessarily. It's kind of cool that there's 2 Rotfeaster Maggots. Now the question is, I don't mind a Satyr Wayfinder. I would love to get a restock. It's not that I'm worried about milling my cards. It might just be Satyr Wayfinder. Alternatively, I could see Gargoyle Sentinel. It's a fine enough card, and even though it's expensive to give it flying and then make it trample, it's fine. I guess I might just have to take Satyr Wayfinder though. It's cheap, helps convoke this, and my other choice is a Gargoyle Sentinel or a Ranger's Gal. Yeah, it's Satyr Wayfinder. Raise the alarm. Generator Servant's the other pick easily. I don't have any auras for Broodkeeper besides Vine Weft, and that's underwhelming. And Goblin Rough Rider, I have two of them already. I mean, they're not that they're bad. I'd take a third, but these two drops are going to be a lot better in the deck. Thundering Guy is not a giant. Polymorphous Jest. Oof, that card's gonna get me. Undergrowth Scavenger. I have things in the graveyard. Ways to get things in the graveyard. Obviously, it's much better in the green-black version. Hammer Hand seems like it could be decent, but Krenko's Enforcer might just again be the pick. Probably not getting my Rabble Master now, but I'll take it. I'm not entirely sure how to make too tasty Waiter Servant on Mag Online. Hopefully, it works. Ooh, now I actually do have choices. Not the Scrapyard Mongrel, but it's between this 2-drop and that 4-drop. Living Totem's pretty decent. Um, that one counter is actually going to do a fair bit of business, especially with putting it on a Krenko's Enforcer. Changes the clock significantly. Or just just a serviceable 2-drop. I think the 2-drop is better, but I'm tempted to take the 4. Just because I have the halfway decent ones already. And there's the potential where I can put it on a plethora of my other things and just make them more relevant. Like a lot of my stuff has got 2 toughness, which is meh at best, but give them 3 and they become forces to be reckoned with. Satyr Wayfinder. I'll take the Wall of Mulch. It might serve more as a sideboard card, plus I guess it quote unquote cycles, and I'm not getting as much value from them, so they're not as exciting. Sure, I'll take another Krenko's Enforcer over Krad's Favors, underwhelming. Enforcer is going to be a little bit better. Ooh, okay. Some picks. Runeclaw Bear's good. Forge Devil's fine. We'll be able to takes out a bunch of things. I guess I can maybe not have Plummet. I could have it in the board. Yay. Yeah, sure, I'll take the bear. Oh, well. Are 3 Krenko's Enforcers good? Well, we'll see. I'll take the foil Rotfeaster Maggot because I honestly cannot resist the foil. The pick there probably should have just been the Radiant Fountain just because I can afford a colorless land. Here's this. I have 24 cards. Yeah, let's side out the Plummet because I might not need it. Oh, that's a lot of 3s. And a bunch of 2s. Seems okay. My removal is Cone of Flame. Wall of Mulch is actually really underwhelming as well. But I guess if I need to get there, then I need to get there. It's looking like a 9-8 split for red, just because I have all of these, double red spells here. But I don't want to go necessarily any lower because I do have the double Elvish Mystic. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do. The deck is largely built. I'm gonna sort by color. Just to give a look. Let's see what Moto suggests. Yeah, 9-8, that's what I thought. Yep, suggested. Cool. See you in round 1.